the daughter of Riverrun. Catelyn Tully was born in Riverrun, raised by the flowing waters of the Trident. She grew up believing in three sacred words: family, duty, honor. She was not raised to rule kingdoms. She was raised to protect her house. Originally promised to Brandon Stark, heir of Winterfell, her fate changed when Brandon was executed by the Mad King. Instead, she married his younger brother, Eddard Stark. Their marriage was arranged, cold, political. But over time, respect turned into love. Winterfell became her home, and her children became her world. Robb, Sansa, Arya, Bran, Rickon. 5 children. 5 pieces of her heart. But there was always one shadow in Winterfell: Jon Snow, Ned's bastard. Catelyn tried to be honorable, but Jon's presence reminded her of betrayal. She could not love him, and that quiet guilt would follow her forever. This was the beginning of a mother, trying to protect her family, in a world that was about to fall apart. The fall of Bran and the spark of war. When Bran Stark was pushed from a tower, Catelyn's world collapsed. She stayed by his bedside for weeks. She refused to leave. Then came the assassin. A blade meant to finish what the fall had started. Catelyn fought him herself, a noble lady covered in blood, protecting her son. The dagger left behind would ignite a war. Believing the Lannisters responsible, Catelyn rode south in secret. On the King's Road, she encountered Tyrion Lannister, and in one emotional decision, she arrested him. It was not strategy. It was fear. It was anger. It was a mother acting on instinct. But that single act triggered the War of the 5 Kings, the death of Ned Stark. When Ned traveled to King's Landing, Catelyn feared for him. When he was imprisoned, she prayed. When he was executed, something inside her broke forever. Her son Robb was crowned king in the north, and Catelyn stood beside him. As war consumed Westeros, she advised him, warned him, guided him. But every battle he won brought him closer to danger, because war does not reward honor. It devours it. A mother's desperate choice. When her daughters were held hostage, Catelyn made her most controversial decision. She freed Jaime Lannister, the Kingslayer, their most valuable prisoner. She betrayed her son's war effort, not for politics, not for power, but for her daughters. Because to Catelyn, crowns meant nothing if her children were in chains. It was love over loyalty, emotion over strategy, and it weakened Robb's position. Catelyn was not a perfect strategist. She was a mother first. The Red Wedding. Catelyn felt something was wrong. The music shifted. The doors closed. The Red Wedding began. Crossbows fired. Steel clashed. Men screamed. Robb Stark, her firstborn, was shot. Talisa was stabbed. Catelyn begged. She offered her own life. She held a knife to a young bride's throat, pleading for mercy. But mercy does not exist in Westeros. Robb was killed before her eyes, and in that moment, Catelyn Stark died inside. Her final scream echoed through the hall. Before her throat was cut, the Mother of the North fell. The legacy of a mother. Catelyn Stark was never the strongest warrior. She was never the cleverest politician. She made mistakes. She trusted the wrong people. She acted emotionally, but she loved fiercely. Every decision she made was driven by love. And in a brutal world, love can be the most dangerous force of all. She did not seek power. She sought safety for her children, and in trying to protect them, she helped unleash a war that reshaped Westeros. This was not the story of a queen. This was the story of a mother. And sometimes, that is far more powerful. If you enjoyed this story, like the video and share it with fellow fans. And don't forget to subscribe to True Love Stories for more powerful character journeys. See you in the next story.